We start here in Arizona. The horse racing industry was rocked recently when Turf Paradise owner Jerry Sims announced his retirement and decision to sell the track. With racing halted, some have had to search for work elsewhere, but a large group remains hopeful that the days of racing at Turf Paradise are not long gone. A nameless, recently purchased thoroughbred filly sits at Campo Verde Farms, waiting for what it was bred to do: run.
Dad bought this one without me knowing. So I walked away to go look at another horse, and I came back and he goes, "Look what I bought! I bought a horse!"
Like many horse owners and trainers in Arizona, Stacy Campo was waiting for word as to when or even if racing at Turf Paradise will continue. A mainstay of Arizona thoroughbred racing since 1956, Turf Paradise is home to one of the longest racing meets in the country, where Arizona residents and many travelers flock to the site to make their living. Pending a sale, racing at the track, which typically begins in November, has been stalled. And with months of back and forth, confusion as to the future of racing at Turf Paradise has left many in the community on edge.
Besides frightening, scary, the uncertainty, the fear of something collapsing in front of us is on our minds every single day, especially when we get up in the morning at 5 o'clock in the morning to feed the horses in our backyard, wondering, when are we going to race?
1,500, 1,015 on the golden ring here.
A side effect of this all? A mini economy being thrown into a turbulent situation without a saddle.
These people have to make a living. They have to pay the bills. They have to pay rent or a mortgage and put gas in their car. And what we've seen is we're losing people because they have to go find another avenue for employment to put food on the table. And so when we're playing these back and forth games of not knowing, it's a huge struggle.
And while Campo might be fortunate to have a place to keep her horses in the meantime, others are not. But even so, the price of not racing is getting costly for even some of the state's most tenured owners and trainers.
Manure removal is expensive just to have employees. And then you have the feed and the grain. I buy a semi-load of hay and I'll put, $5,000 in it. Every couple months I'll buy another semi. We need racing to go so I could pay for this.
Despite the fluid situation that is Turf Paradise and the effects that it's had on the local horse racing community here in Arizona, business is as usual here at Campo Verde Farms, where Stacy and her father are trying their best to keep these horses race ready so that when the call comes, they can be a part of helping keep one of Arizona's oldest sports alive.
We don't leave the state because we're still aiming to run here. So I basically been out of work since May, taking care of actual racehorses in my backyard. There's lots of farms here. We're ready to go. We just need to open.
And despite growing fears, cautiously looking at the bright side of things is a staple in this community.
I want to be optimistic about it. I really want to be really optimistic about the state of racing in Arizona. Turf Paradise, it had a really nice long run, and it'll probably continue having a nice run, but they just got to get things aligned up to be productive. And the right people come in, good things will happen.
Hi.
For now, Campo will try and find a suitable name for her new filly and keep hope alive for a sport that has also given her an identity.
It's everything to some of us, and it's everything to me.
While discussions at recent Arizona Racing Commission meetings have expressed optimism for racing to begin in late winter, the horsemen and women of Arizona are still awaiting a specific date.